Well, it's time to look at what's coming up on tonight's episode of Economics Unbound. Thandeka Qubulembeki joins us this evening. Good evening and welcome to The Full View. What should we expect?
Well, Aldrin, tonight we discuss the World Bank and the IMF. We discuss them in the context of our own domestic economic crisis and what they've recently said about our economic woes. Now, we also discuss who on earth are they? These are two institutions. They are very significant. They are the two most important global institutions in terms of the economies of the world. Now, the guests that we are going to be having are going to problematize the role of the IMF and the World Bank. We're going to look at whether they are detrimental, whether they are relevant in the developing world, and we're going to look at how their mandates have evolved, and we're going to turn the dial up on that controversy.
And now that you speak about the IMF, I remember last year, for instance, in Argentina, where there was that bailout. The IMF stepped in and there was a concern around the Reserve Bank and forcing the Reserve Bank to tweak some of its legislative policies that are in place. And the big question has been that will South Africa, if we go through another recession, will South Africa be knocking on the doors of the IMF?
Well, I hope not, because often the conditions that they set are very onerous on African countries. And in this program, we're going to look at the effects it had on Ethiopia and the effects it had on Malawi. But we're looking at a positive story in Sierra Leone.
Yes. One last one. Please do ask your guest about the role of the World Economic, the role of the World Bank, in so far when it comes to the discussion around land expropriation without compensation, especially during the moments of CODESA.
That's a hot topic. Yes. I certainly will pass on the message and ask the question. And
we will be watching. That is 9 o'clock this evening here on channel 404, the SABC News channel. That's Economic Unbound with Thandeka Qubulembeki.